Ringo TV Reactions back at you again with another one. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe.
There are, probably now hundreds of videos of everybody out there trying to get their pound of flesh from Pastor Dowell because somebody named Rufus Carswell decided to go run to Ringo and slander and accuse my name because he was butthurt and offended. Claimed that I had a spirit on me, which he couldn't name, nobody could name, nobody could find. Come to find out, all the elders found out it was him.
Welcome to the stream, Ringo TV Reactions. We're back again with another one. Streaming on 2 platforms, Ringo TV Raw, Ringo TV Reaction. So what exactly is going on? Well, I'm glad you asked that question. P.Diddy Dowell is in the news again. He made a video that he took it to social media to pretty much hate on brothers for building community. Yeah, that's right. He pretty much is upset, jealous that the brothers have decided to put boots on the ground and actually get serious about life when it comes to building community. And he had a lot of negative things to say. I want to talk about these things. If you're on the Ringo TV Reactions channel, we're also streaming on the Ringo TV Raw channel. If you're on the Ringo TV Raw channel, we're streaming on the Ringo TV Reactions channel, where you'll be able to see the footage of what we will be pretty much responding to. So, that being said, let's go to the intro.
Yo, nigga, about that paper.
Ringo TV.
Yo, nigga, about that paper. Yo, nigga, about that paper. Yo, nigga, about that paper.
Ringo TV.
Yeah. True man, I'm free. I wake up a new episode. I pop out cleaners, keep me up a level though. She talk to me like I'm not me. I get it though. Yeah. I'm so eclectic, on me to the credits roll. Talk down to me, they might have to send medical. I'm out the league, I'm OD, they pathetic though. Look how I move, I'm protected. Shawty so swoon in my presence. The world going through it outside, they unruly, but I keep it cool, they can't press me. I keep it pure with intention. They see what I'm on, ain't no vixen. I might like do it that top down. I keep it tuned with a high power. Put it on me, I'm blessed. Young nigga blessed. Big bag, manifest the sky, no stress. Keep no evil around me, can't ground me. I built it since when I had less. No hex on, God can't pause, nigga, look at how far we progress. Whatever we doing, we keeping it fluid. I don't see a thing about that paper.
Ringo TV.
Yo, nigga, about that paper. 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 Hop on that jet, had to switch to the coast. One of a kind, I've been playing that role. They play me, I needed it for. It's real if I said I meant what I spoke. I'm legend, it's written, I shake up the city. Spin block till I'm dizzy, won't ever go broke. I'm chose, I must like do it at top down. I keep in tune with a high power. Put it on me, I'm blessed. Young nigga blessed. Big bag, manifest the sky, no stress. Keep no evil around me, can't ground me. I built it since when I had less. No hex on, God can't pause, nigga, look at how far we progress. Whatever we doing, we keeping it fluid. I don't see a thing about that paper.
Ringo TV.
Yo, nigga, about that paper. 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 Put it on me, I'm blessed. Big bag, but I fix the sky, no stress. Can't ground me, I know this since when I had less. Yeah, how far we progress. Lord, I don't see a threat.
There are, probably now hundreds of videos of everybody out there trying to get their pound of flesh from Pastor Dowell because somebody named Rufus Carswell decided to go run to Ringo and slander.
Nobody ever slandered this man. This man is a known adulterer. He is currently sleeping with another man's wife. This is something that has been going on for a long time. I pretty much took the case to social media, decided to pretty much speak about these issues. And for whatever reason with this particular pimp, this pastor, this wolf, he is unrepentant. And he believed that it is his job right now to lead the people of the Most High, when really that's not his purpose. His purpose is pretty much to do the devil's work. And this video that we're reviewing is the devil's work, because what you're going to hear is what hate really is all about. You know, it's one thing to have, I guess, haters, people that are just against you for no apparent reason. It's like you're just a person who's just doing your thing and minding your own business, and you guys got these haters. Well, when it comes to this situation here, you're going to hear what hate really is about. Now, when you do a little rundown of P.Diddy Dowell, he's always preaching about, you know, you got to get land, you got to build community, you need to get out of the cities, you know, you got to prepare for the future, you got to do all these different things. So you would think that a man of his caliber, a man who been, I guess, preaching this for so long, you would believe that he would be joyful to know that men have decided to acquire land, put boots on the ground, and actually begin to get their hands dirty and, you know, get to work. But no, that's not the case here. What I see is jealousy. What I see is a man who is not really satisfied with all of his accomplishments. Now, when you look at Diddy Dowell, you know, he got this community at Straightway. They got the chickens running around. They got the cows. They got all of these different things going on for themselves. You would think that they would be content. You would think that they would be satisfied. But don't know. They're never satisfied. The problem is they really don't want no one else to have any sort of community. And they believe they're the only ones that should have community. Why? Because that's how cults work. They will demonize anybody that's on the outside because they got to make themselves look like they're on top of the world. So let's take a listen to the tape. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Be sure to click the like button if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel if you want more of this content. So let's get to the tapes. Let's find out what's happening here and break down this video. Let's go.
And accused my name because he was butthurt and offended. Claimed that I had a spirit on me, which he couldn't name. Nobody could name. Nobody could find. Come to find out, all the elders found out it was him.
No, it wasn't him. Actually, it's P.Diddy Dowell that have the spirit. He have a very wicked spirit, a spirit of jealousy, a spirit of envy. This is the same guy that have ordained Brother Rufus as a pastor. Now, think about that now. P.Diddy Dowell had a ceremony where he ordained Rufus as a pastor. So it doesn't make any sense for him to be speaking so much evil of a man that he ordained. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's like, where I thought you said the man is from God. If you ordained him as a pastor, then why would you claim he got a spirit? How come you didn't know he had this spirit before you ordained him as a pastor? All of these things we covered in various videos. Make sure you check them out. I done lost count at how many videos I made about P.Diddy Dowell, but I know that I made pretty much the best videos on YouTube, pretty much covering this case. I'm going to rewind the video back to the beginning because he said something a little interesting and we have to add clarifications to these things. I guess he made a claim that is actually false. It's inaccurate. He claimed that pretty much Rufus came to me, or me and Rufus had some sort of behind the scenes conversation about whatever the case is. That never happened. I never had any conversations with Rufus behind the scenes. Matter of fact, if I was to even show you my cell phone, which I'm not going to really go into all of that detail, but if I'm correct, Brother Rufus actually sent me, let me see if I can pull this up, because I want you to see this just for the record, because it's very, very interesting, because a lot of people don't understand the severity of the problem. And I try to make sense of all these different things. And I really don't like when people lie and make up stories and you know, like they do these type of things. It doesn't even make any sense. But let me see if I can pull this up. Let me see. Okay, here we go. I'm going to let you see this, right? Now, this has other people's names. I really don't care if you know them because I don't know none of these people. But I want you to see something here. This says 3 weeks ago, right? Watch this now. Watch this. You see that? I'm not sure if you can see that. You see that? That's from Pastor Rufus. 3 weeks ago. He sent me a message 3 weeks ago. I never read it. I never clicked on it. Never conversated with the man behind the scenes. But P.Diddy Dowell is going around YouTube saying that I had this conversation with him. Never happened. Now, again, if you look at the receipts, and again, this is in, you know, like how when you're on Instagram and it has message requests and it go into those boxes where it's like, it's not your main section where people send you messages. It's in the section where it's like it's holding that file. Again, receipts. Let me see if I make that clear. Notice that. Rufus sent me a message saying, "Shalom, would love to speak to you." But I never clicked on the message. Never spoke to him. So I don't even know what he said behind that message. But Diddy Dowell said that me and Rufus was in communication, plotting and planning against him. And that was 3 weeks ago. I still haven't clicked on the message. I have many people that send me messages. I don't read their messages. I get tons of messages. So off the brink, it's very evident and clear based on the receipts that Diddy Dowell lied. So let's rewind back the tape so we can hear the information. Let's get back to the tapes. Do what we need to do. Let's go.
What? Probably now hundreds of videos of everybody out there trying to get their pound of flesh from Pastor Dowell because somebody named Rufus Carswell decided to go run to Ringo.
You heard what he just said. He said that Rufus decided to run to Ringo. I never spoke with the man. So how could he run to me if I never spoke to him? You see the problem there? Now, one of his NFL buddies, I believe it's Kabir. I think it's Kabir who started the rumor. Kabir made a video on his platform claiming that Rufus, I guess, left his email or said, "Email me," or whatever the case is. And they're pushing this narrative that me and Rufus was communicating behind the scenes, plotting against Diddy Dowell. Never happened. I don't got that kind of time. I don't email nobody. I don't even give out emails. So when you hear these type of things coming from a known adulterer who's sleeping with another man's wife, you got to understand that everything this man says is a lie. This video is going to display a lot of hate, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of jealousy. Let's get back to the tapes. Do what we got to do.
And slander and accuse my name because he was butthurt and offended. Claimed that I had a spirit on me, which he couldn't name. Nobody could name. Nobody could find. Come to find out, all the elders found out it was him. So anyway, I got messages and stuff where he asked Ringo to contact him, or he would contact Ringo. Next thing you know, Ringo, who at one time was one of my greater supporters, now he just decided to jump on the bandwagon and falsely accuse Pastor Dowell of adultery.
Falsely accuse you of adultery? You're actually sleeping with another man's wife. That's not falsely accusing you. We already done played all the tapes. We already have all the proof. I already provided all the videos. Sir, you're in adultery. Make no mistake. We've proven that. That's not slander. The Bible clearly says that you're not supposed to take another man's wife. The man is alive. He brought his family the straight way to get the word of the Most High. Instead, you're sleeping with his wife. That doesn't make any sense. You claim that he abandoned his family. How'd she end up with you? I mean, how does a married woman end up with the pastor? If he abandoned his family, which we have proven that didn't happen, you threaten the man not to come back to Straightway, or you're going to harm him. We played all the videos. So please explain to the court how you were able to acquire his wife so fast. Not only that, Jamie's wife went to Elder Becca after you coerced her into divorcing Jamie. And then Elder Becca ended up putting meat inside of her deep. Explain that. Explain how is it that when all of these men come to Straightway with their wives, they end up in your bed. This is why everybody's leaving Straightway. A lot of people are leaving Straightway. I seen the video you made the other day. You seemed a little hurt because I guess somebody you knew very well, I guess they left, right? It's because of the adultery. I told you they were going to leave. You didn't believe me. They're going to all leave. A lot of people that you've known for many years, they're going to leave because they realize that my videos are truthful. And this is why you're hurt right now. You're hurt because you're jealous. You're jealous because you couldn't believe that me and brother NuBreed was actually on the land speaking to the people. And you understand that we're influencers. So you know we have a greater reach than you. We're able to reach more people. See, I got a greater reach than you right now. You could talk about building community, building this. All I got to do is come on YouTube and speak. I got a greater reach than you. You cannot publish a video and reach more people than me. So now when you combine myself and brother NuBreed, that's a problem because now we're going to reach a lot of people. And that's something that you fear. And I realize you're fair. But again, that's your fault. You never repented. See, the problem with you is that you did brother Rufus dirty. You kicked him out of the community. You showed us what we should not do when it comes to community. We're not to lord over people. We're not to use religious beliefs and doctrinal differences to control people and, kick them out at will. I mean, think about this. Brother Rufus put in about 13 to 14 years of his life, and you kicked him out. So if you did that to him and he was your right-hand man, then my goodness, you could do that to anybody. So Straightway community is not really a community of love because we saw how you demonstrated nothing but hate. Once a man didn't do what you wanted him to do, you kicked him out. Well, we understand how the principles work at Straightway to Hell Ministries. If you don't bow down to the pastor, then we'll just kick you out. And that's pretty much the fruit of how Straightway Ministries work. Let's get back to the tapes.
Simply amazing, isn't it? Now, y'all ask yourself a question. Not those of you out there who don't know me. For those of you who really, truly know me. Is that true? Do I?
Yes, it is true. It's true that you committed adultery. All my videos prove that. See, this is what happens when a demon is in a pastor and he's in denial about the truth.
Look like a man. Hey, one thing about me, I would never do anything that would break the commandments.
That's a lie because you committed adultery already. You already broken the commandments. And see, this is what wolves in sheep's clothing will do. They'll lie right in your face and act like they never did anything wrong.
Especially since I've been born again.
You haven't been born again. You're still in sin. You're sleeping with another man's wife. You're doing this every other day. You haven't repented. And this is why people are leaving Straightway. And you know it. It's not really good over there. And what you thought, I went on vacation and there's no more videos coming about you? I got a ton of videos coming out. You thought I was done? You thought the smoke cleared? Oh no, I just got started. I'm just getting warmed up. You thought it was over, right? No, it's not over. It's never going to be over. I told you what my purpose is, to expose the devil. And that is you. Because you're misleading people. You're in sin, sir. You can't be out here trying to preach and you're putting heavy meat in another man's wife and you think it's sweet. And then you want to lift up holy hands as if you're worshiping the Lord. Can't do that. Your hands are dirty. So you talk about fruit, but your fruit is rotten. You're sleeping with another man's wife and you're hating on brothers that are building community. I mean, how much hate and evil you're going to pretty much portray? You got to make up your mind, sir, to repent, because it's not going to be good for you. I see that you're aging pretty fast. You're getting a lot of stress. There's a lot of things happening behind the scenes with you. And I suggest you do the right thing and repent, because this level of hatred for brothers building community, it contradicts everything you believe in. All the talk, all the videos about get out the cities, you need to get some land. But then when the brothers are doing that, you're criticizing them and want to compare yourself to them. You see, sir, I believe the problem that you have is competitive jealousy. You see, I'm not here to compete with anyone at Straightway in terms of who can build the best or who can frame a wall into perfection. I just do what I'm good at. Do you understand my point? I'm not in a competition with you in terms of building a community or any of that stuff. Now, I understand you want to compete because, remember, you're in adultery. So you got to find something that you're good at and try to throw it in everybody else's faces. You see, a professional contractor, carpenter, or whatever the case is, a skilled tradesman, he's not going to look at someone who is a novice at something and begin to, I guess, toot his horn and boast around them. No, a master carpenter will be more inclined to teach an apprentice or, a brother who don't really know a lot. He takes great joy in teaching, but you don't do that, because in your mind, you want to compete. That's like Michael Jordan in his prime, looking down on the college students who are coming up in the game. I mean, we already know Mike is great. We already know he's the greatest. So there's no benefit in him trying to show out when we already know who he is. But see, that's what you're doing. You got all the community, you got all these houses built, you got all this land, you got the fruits, you got the vegetables, you got the greenhouses. I mean, for crying out loud, you're not satisfied? Of course not. You're not happy with yourself because of competitive jealousy. It's a cancer. I know it's eating you up. I understand. It's really a very dangerous thing to be involved in, but that's what you chose because the devil is in you. You can't get rest. Even with all of the abundance that you claim you have, you're still not happy because you're seeing other brothers putting in the work and it's bothering you. Imagine you're dedicating all your time and energy and resources to be worried about what we're doing when we're in our infant stages. See, the brothers that I'm working with, right, especially I'm speaking on myself, NuBreed, you're with Azat. I don't claim to be a professional this, a professional that. I'm not going to be out in the hot sun with a hammer and saw. I'm not doing none of that stuff. I understand that there are professionals that you hire to do a job, and those are the type of avenues that I will take. But there are men that are skilled tradesmen that are amongst us. Make no mistake about that. And see, I think this is why it's very dangerous when you speak, because you don't know what you're talking about. See, as a professional, I know what I can do, which is music, which is designing. Now, I'm also a carpenter by trade, but that's not my main profession. But I do dabble in carpentry and various other skilled trades. So I know certain things, but I'm not in competition with you. But I see that you're in competition with me. For some reason, it gives you some sort of joy. Well, have at it. You can boast. You can talk about laying a foundation. You could talk about this. You could talk about all of those different things. That's great. But it contradicts your message because you're the guy who said, get out the cities. You're the guy who said you need to get land. So if brothers are trying, if brothers are willing to learn, if brothers are putting their boots on the ground and you're wishing them to fail, what does that say about your message? It's not a good look for you. It actually makes you look bad because if anything, you would give credit where credit is due. But for some reason, you see us as a threat for some reason. I mean, with over 110 acres of land, I mean, the possibilities are endless. Think about the amount of investors. Think about the amount of people that want businesses and homes and various things built. Oh, it's going to be very, very great. And I think you know that. I think you can see the forecast of the potential. I know that. So envy is going to be something that you're going to be operating in, right? Let's get back to the tapes. We have a lot of work to do.
And that's been over 33 years. Now, you can take it and leave it from there. I don't owe you no answer from that point on. I don't owe anybody no answer. Just like we always say, only Yah can judge. Isn't that right?
Notice what he just said. He said only Yah can judge. So he's one of those type of guys who believe in no one can judge him but the Most High. But yet he judged Brother Rufus. He judged Brother Rufus as a bad guy. Why? Why? Because he believed that he is his own God. Let's go.
I do know one thing. By their fruit you shall know them. So anyway, I got something very interesting coming up. So I see that this so-called cat called NuBreed, who at one time used to be one of my supporters, and decided to jump on the bandwagon, the slanderous and accusing bandwagon, and they all went out to all of these disgruntled people, and they all come out of just like flies in their pocket carry. They all, as their shit is, them flies come out. They come out all over the damn place. They smell it, and they come out of nowhere.
And keep in mind, this is a pastor, a man of the cloth, a man who's supposed to be leading people from the Most High. And this is how he conduct himself against brothers that are actually focusing on community building. Isn't that amazing? Imagine men coming together from different walks of life to focus on one purpose. And P.Diddy Dowell decides, you know what? I got to try to discourage them. I got to try to criticize what they're doing. And keep in mind, it's supposed to be coming from a guy that's supposed to know a lot. So again, in the line of work that I come from, when you have workers that know a lot, they're normally the ones that teach the people that don't know a lot. But see, men like Diddy Dowell, they're very prideful. They got a very, very bad ego. And the thought of seeing brothers coming together and focusing on land, and then we're speaking about it and being vocal about it on social media, it becomes a threat to his cult because now it will attract people to come on over. You get what I'm saying? Where they don't have to deal with some sort of religious cult, some sort of pastor who want to be the head ninja in charge. That's not what we're doing. We're not working like that. And he notices that, and he realized the amount of potential we have when it comes to greatness. So jealousy is definitely on his plate. Let's go.
So I see that they're trying to do a thing called community, but they're trying not to call it that.
Notice that he said we're trying to do a thing called community. Is he happy for us? Of course not. He's jealous.
Unlimited potential farms. Unlimited potential farms. Unlimited potential farms.
Thanks for the promotion. I mean, you didn't even realize how the Most High has a sense of humor. He used you to utter the name Unlimited Potential Farms. Thank you for your endorsement. You see how the Most High worked? The Most High made him utter the name Unlimited Potential Farms. That promotion went out into the algorithm. Thanks. So now all the people will go to your platform, look at your video, and they'll be trying to inquire, what is this Unlimited Potential Farms? And why is this pastor hating? I got to find out what about this. Let me find out more information. And that's exactly what they're doing. Let's get back to the tapes. Let's rewind it a little bit because we want to hear that promo a little bit more.
Went out to all of these disgruntled people, And they all come out of just like flies in their pocket carry. They all, as their shit is, them flies come out. They come out all over the damn place. They smell it and they come out of nowhere. So I see that they're trying to do a thing called community, but they're trying not to call it that. Called unlimited potential farms. Unlimited potential farms. Unlimited potential farms. This week, Wednesday.
See, what Dowell don't understand is that by him uttering the name, it's actually canceling out his curses. Unlimited potential farms. So by him uttering that with his mouth, even though he spoke curses over us of failure, none of that comes to pass because he uttered unlimited potential farms. See, the blessing is in the name. Let's go.
Hold Fast Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time here on this channel right here, Pastor Dowell. I'm going to cover what RINGOTV and NuBreed and all these other people are trying to do. What RINGOTV and NuBreed and all these other people are trying to do. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'll put $10,000 up right now that it collapsed in less than 3 years.
Wow. That's very, very harsh, very cold, very callous of a pastor to say he's willing to put up $10,000, 10 bands. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Said it's going to collapse in 3 years. Imagine getting married and somebody standing on the sideline saying, I put up 10 bands that your marriage is going to collapse in 3 years. What do you call a person like that? A hater. A very, very jealous person. A very evil, wicked person. Imagine a pastor that claimed that his community is about love, a community of peace and joy, is wishing failure on brothers that are putting their hand to the plow. And already he's speaking death. Isn't that amazing? You would think that a man of Yah would want to see men have success. But no, he want to see you fail. Let's get back to the tapes. Find out how wicked this man is. Let's go.
Breed and all these other people are trying to do. What RINGOTV and NuBreed and all these other people are trying to do. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'll put $10,000 up right now that it collapsed in less than 3 years.
Wow.
I'll put $10,000 up right now that it collapsed in less than 3 years. I'll put $10,000 up right now that it collapsed in less than 3 years.
Collapse in less than 3 years. And he's using the money of the saints. The money that people donate to the ministry, he's using that money to put up. The money and the checks that he get from different people. That's paying for his house, his mansion that he's building right now. That's off the backs of the saints. That's right. Imagine that, wishing failure on the brothers. That goes against scriptures. Scriptures teaches you not to do stuff like that. But for some reason, P.Diddy Dowell believed that this is the righteous way, the righteous thing to do. Let's go.
You know the reason why? Because they're trying to do it without the spirit of Yah. Because they're trying to do it without the spirit of Yah. Because they're trying to do it without the spirit of Yah.
How could he come online and say that we're trying to do something without the spirit of Yah? Like, how could you even utter those words? That sounds very foolish. Because we are men of Yah. So the spirit of Yah is in us. See, what we're not going to do is build a ministry type community that you have, which is controlled by you. See, you're talking about the spirit of Yah, but yet you're the one that kicked Brother Rufus out the community, out of the congregation, out of the assembly. You did that because of a difference of opinion. So where's the spirit of Yah? If you can kick a man out of the assembly after he supported and gave 14 years of his life, that means you're the one in control. That means that Brother Rufus had no choice. You had all power and authority. So we know how Straightway get down. P.Diddy Dowell is in control. He's the master. And everybody must bow down to him. So you folks that are out there in the community, you have a choice to make. You can go to Straightway, where P.Diddy Dowell's in full control, and he can kick you out at will. I mean, if you make one video about him and you live on the camp, he will kick you out. It doesn't matter how much money you invested. He have sole authority to kick you out. You can go there and experience that. Or you can pretty much come to Unlimited Potential Farms, where you can actually have the opportunity to build. There is no taskmaster over you. There's no man lording over you. Now, of course, there will be things in place in terms of making sure everything goes accordingly. You have to understand that's just the way it is in the world. But my point is, there won't be no religious spirits trying to lord over you and use manipulative tactics to take your money and control you, control your family, or even take your wife, because that's what P. Diddy Dowell is known for. You know what I mean? I mean, when you go to Straightway, if you go there with your wife, trust and believe, some guy over there will be putting heavy meat in your wife. Don't say I didn't warn you now. Let's get back to the tapes.
And you watch and see, they all been listening to me. And you listen to them at times, they even sound like me using some of the same.
No, we don't sound like you, sir. You sound like us. That's the truth. And that's the truth Straightway. The nerve of you to say that we trying to sound like you. I've been on YouTube before you. I've taught on pretty much every topic before you. And you're supposed to be a pastor. And remember, you're the same guy who said you never read the Bible. Remember? So don't do that. Don't say that we're trying to sound like you. You're trying to be us. You try your best to stay, I guess, relevant, which is not really working. Ever since the scandal with you, with this adultery, once I pretty much brought this back to surface, it hasn't been the same at Straightway. I know you're dealing with a lot of stress. You know, it is what it is. But you have to repent. That's what the Most High is calling for. Repentance. The fruit of repentance. Are you going to repent? Are you going to give that woman back? Are you going to send her out your house? Or will you keep her in your bed and remain defiant and arrogant in your ego? How long will you hide behind your pride? How long will you boast in your accomplishments? It's a real shame. Let's get back to the tapes.
Phrases and everything. They just don't have the wisdom and the knowledge to be able to accomplish this. And you watch and see, they all been listening to me. And you listen to them at times, they even sound like me using some of the same phrases and everything. They just don't have the wisdom and the knowledge to be able to accomplish this. They just don't have the wisdom and the knowledge to be able to accomplish this. They just don't have the wisdom and the knowledge to be able to accomplish this.
So we don't have the wisdom and the knowledge to accomplish this, but you do, right? So you have everything. Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, none of us has come on YouTube claiming to be professionals at everything. But one thing me and the brothers got is professional ideas. And we have other people besides ourselves that P. Diddy Dowell don't know about. Because, again, all of those things are done behind the scenes. We have so many great ideas, money-making ideas. We have so many different things in the works that for him to say we don't have no wisdom and we don't have this to do these things, it's really sad. And it just goes to show how much hate is in this man's heart. It's really bad, man. It's really bad to see coming from him.
Now you're talking to a man that's been doing community and communities for over 30-something years.
Do you see the pride? You're talking to somebody that's been doing this for 30 years. Now remember, P. Diddy Dowell pretty much inherited what he had. He's acting as if though he built something, but really He inherited what he have. Trust and believe that. And he's not the one doing the work. It's the men who are enslaved at the cult. They're the one who tirelessly work day in and day out, giving their paychecks to him, allowing P. Diddy Dowell to live the best life while they have to piss in a bucket. Let's go.
Now you get these people out here who don't know nothing about nothing. They have lived not one day for the Most High, y'all. They have been selfish all their life.
So he knows everything about us. We haven't lived not one day for the Most High. He said we've been selfish our whole life.
Never given nobody nothing.
He said we never given nobody nothing, but he said that earlier that me and NuBreed was his supporters. But he said that we don't give nobody nothing. And what's even more telling is that he's assuming that he know every detail about our lives in terms of who we support. I mean, think about the number of people that I probably support behind the scenes that you don't know about because it's none of your business to know about. Think about the amount of people that NuBreed support behind the scenes that nobody don't know about. But yet this pastor is speaking so loosely and don't even understand the things he's saying is wrong. Let's get back to the tapes.
They have never done anything, nothing whatsoever at all for nobody. But man, we're going to break down these videos of what they're claiming that they're doing.
Now, all of a sudden, he's breaking down videos. Sounds like he's using my words. I mean, when did P. Diddy Dowell use the term breaking down videos? See, these are all my talking points that he's using. Do you see my point? Do you see how he's trying to be me? I mean, who else on YouTube always talking about breaking down videos? That's me. So why he's saying that? Now all of a sudden now he's doing reaction videos? Come on now. Let's get back to the tapes.
And then we're going to go over the claims where they're tired of negativity and all this other stuff when they're the most negative people on the face of planet Earth. It is sad.
So hold up. We're the most negative people on the earth? Me and brother NuBreed? Are you kidding me? No, the problem is, sir, you're butthurt because I exposed your adultery. You think it's over? I'm going to continually remind the people about your adultery. See, a lot of y'all thought that this woman was a pure, righteous woman of God. No, she's an adulteress. That's right. P. Diddy Dowell took another man's wife. It went against the Bible. And then he's laying with her. That's right. She's an adulteress. And P. Diddy Dowell is an adulterer, living in sin. Very, very wicked man. And again, if you're on the Ringo TV Raw channel, we are simultaneously streaming on the Ringo TV Reactions channel. So if you want to see the footage of Diddy Dowell talking, you would have to tune into the other channel. Let's get back to the tapes. Let's get to work.
It is sad. But I'm going to break down on Hold Fast Wednesdays the reason why what they're doing and the way they're going about doing it is going to fail.
So you're going to break down why it's going to fail and you don't even know what we're doing. How are you going to do that? Like how can you break down how something is going to fail? That's hate. So that's what you want. So you don't want us to win. You want us to fail. If that don't speak volumes about what kind of hatred come from the cult of straightway, all you got to do is just look at the pastor. It should tell you about straightway community. It should tell you about how the people feel about other people. They think they're better than everybody. Listen, if the pastor have this level of hate in his heart towards brothers that are building, then that means straightway community is just like the pastor. Don't be fooled by the smiles of people. Understand that the people are just like the pastor. Negative. That's how they are. Let's get back to the tapes.
The reason why what they're doing and the way they're going about doing it is going to fail. The reason why what they're doing and the way they're going about doing it is going to fail.
So the way we're going about it is going to fail in your eyes. Well, that's not what we see because we're going to win. See, the Bible says no weapon that is formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against you in judgment thou shalt condemn. So I condemn your tongue, and all your words. Very, very negative words of hate, jealousy. See, none of your words are coming to pass. See, we're winners. We're a part of the winning team. And that's something you see. And you see it as a threat. And you're jealous because we have 110 acres of land. I'm sure you would love that, right? Sorry. It can never happen for you. Let's get back to the tapes.
It's going to fail. It's going to fail. As a matter of fact, I've talked to a couple of elders already in ministry. Some of them say, I'll give it 4 months. As a matter of fact, I've talked to a couple of elders already in ministry. Some of them say, I'll give it 4 months.
So you talked to a couple of elders already, and they said 4 months. So all of you folks at Straightway are all talking about us. So all of you at Straightway are all talking about us failing. That's sick. You gave us 3 years. The elders at Straightway are saying 4 months, 6 months. But you're the same guys who always telling everybody leave the cities, buy land. So anybody else that would want to go and buy land, in your mind, they're going to fail. Do you see your mentality? Is that helping your message? It's not. It's making you look bad. Let's get back to the tape.
Matter of fact, I've talked to a couple of elders already in ministry. Some of them say, I'll give it 4 months. Some say 6 months. The only reason why I'm saying 3 years, in all fairness, because Joe Fox some time ago said that he's done his study and research. And he says usually communities fail within the first 3 years. The first 3 years. So I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. Now, they're moving out on a guy, I think the guy by the name of Mike, they're moving out on the guys by the name of Mike's land. But the way that they're going about the whole thing is all wrong.
No. How can you say the way we're going about something is all wrong? Do you see how he believes he's all knowing? Let me tell you something. Just because you were able to do something or accomplish something, that doesn't mean that's the only way. You understand what I'm saying? There's many ways to tie your shoelace. There's many ways to lace your shoes. It's not just one way. And I'm glad life doesn't have one way. I'm glad that in life, there's many ways to be successful. But in his mind, he believed he controlled the door. And that's what I'm seeing here. He want to be the top ninja in charge. And he believed he's all knowing and everybody must come and bow down to him.
The way that they're going about the whole thing is all wrong. But the way that they're going about the whole thing is all wrong. It really truly is. How do I know? Why? Because I'm one of the only successful Israelite communities in America, probably in the world.
Pride goeth before the fall. Imagine this man got on camera and said that he's the only successful one in the world. So you mean to tell me in this entire earth, P.Diddy Dowell's the only one that built a community? I mean, the arrogance is unbearable. Let's get back to the tape.
In America, probably in the world. In America, probably in the world. In America, in the world. Well, there's another community over there, I think, over there in Israel. But the nation of Israel, the Israelis, will not accept them. So you got to ask yourself a question. Man, is this really, truly... anyway, don't let me digress on that because I would digress in a heartbeat. But we're going to go over their videos and we're going to answer this thing verbatim.
It's interesting how he said he's going to go over our videos regarding the land, but he ain't going over none of my videos that expose his adultery. So, sir, you have time to go over my videos talking about the land, talking about the initiative. But you don't got time to go over the videos where I talked about your adultery. Oh, you don't want to review that. You don't want your audience to see the data because it would expose you even more. Very, very interesting. Let's get back to the tapes.
What is the purpose why I'm doing this? Because they're doing nothing no different than anybody else. They're trying to redefine the book And they're trying to do things to appease the conscience of wicked men rather than having an order, a chain of command, leadership, and authority.
You mean like a cult, like Straightway? The same cult that kicked Brother Rufus out of the assembly. That's the authority you're talking about, right? No, we're not going to do anything like that. That's not community. That's a cult. Let's go.
I tell you, wouldn't it have been something if Moses would have said, you know what, Carl, they're going to be, we're going to have a board. I don't care if it's the deacon board, the usher board, or the ironing board. And we're all going to come together and have a powwow. And then whatever the board agrees on, then we're going to go forward from there. So now they come up with a solution that they're going to do a community without the Most High in it, without the Bible.
I mean, think about how crazy he sounds. He said that the Most High is not in it, that we're building a community without the Most High in it. We're men of the Most High. So we're men of principle. What we're not going to do is have any sort of religious church. We're not going to have some sort of cult. We're not going to have none of those type of things because there's different people from different walks of life that will be a part of this community. And when you understand that, it's just like when you're in the world. If you go to, let's say, the Ford dealership, you don't go there and they only sell vehicles to Israelites. They sell vehicles to everyone. They don't discriminate. You get it? So if you have a community, you can't have a community and say, well, hey, if you're not an Israelite like me, if you don't believe in the Bible like me, then you're not allowed to be here. That's not how it works in the real world. In the real world, when you move to a community, nice suburban neighborhood, whatever the case is, they got different people in that neighborhood. They have a vetting process, right? Because they want to make sure that you don't have no criminal past, credit is good. You have the means to, I guess, rent the property or whatever the case is. And they do their little background checks to make sure that you're clean. So when you move into these particular neighborhoods, it has different types of people. But one of the good things about the vetting processes with a lot of companies that have housing and so forth is that they know that when you move to these communities, you're similar in mind like various other families in that community. You might not have the same belief systems, but you share similar values in terms of wanting a quiet neighborhood, peace, a place where you can raise your children, a place that's clean, no crime. So typically when you move into these communities, you if you're really attentive and smart and you're able to look at the neighborhood, you'll realize even though you're not like everybody else in terms of your religious beliefs, you do share common values. You understand? And that makes a community a community. Because why? You're like-minded. So when you see Joe outside washing his car and his kids is playing, normally your kids is doing the same thing. Hey, Joe, where you going? You going fishing this weekend? Yeah, hey, you want to bring the family? We can all go. Hey, no doubt, I'll be there. You see what happens? That's community. So you cannot be a racist or prejudiced against other people to believe that, well, you got to be an Israelite in order to be in my community. You got to know how to quote scripture like me in order to be in my community. Can't work like that. Do you understand? Now, of course, you don't want criminals. You don't want, people that do evil things or crimes. You don't want them there. So there has to be a vetting process to know how people are, find out how people move. And all of that will figure out itself and iron out over time, right? Let's get back to the tapes. Let's go.
It's going to be an ecumenical community where everybody can come. Whoa, boy, you talking about flirting with disaster. This is going to be something.
Notice how much evil he have in his heart towards us, that we're flirting with disaster, and how if you get involved, it's disaster. What he's really trying to do is stop you folks that are here viewing right now. We got 361 in the building. What he's really trying to do is influence you guys and you ladies not to get involved so that you can think like we're inexperienced. We don't know what we're doing. he's better than us. In other words, you need to go to him so that he could take your wife. Make it make sense, y'all.
I even typed in a comment when as I was coming back from Dominican. I said, boy, I can't wait to see how this going to turn out.
I don't even understand why this man comes to my platform to post comments, because I don't go to his comment section to post anything regarding any of the things that he's dealing with right now. But he had the nerve to come to my comment section to post a comment about I'll be watching. Now, who does that type of creepy stuff? That's weirdo stuff. Like, you mean to tell me as a grown man that's focusing on land and community that you got time to look at people that are at the infant stages of building and say, I'll be watching. I'm going to see how this go. So you're not there to see us succeed at what we're doing. You want to see us fail. The same guy who told you to leave the cities, buy land, do this, do that. They said we're not working. They said we're not showing no fruit, right? But in those videos, we're on the land and we're making a whole lot of progress. And there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that we haven't even talked about yet. And I understand that he's jealous. I understand he wish he had 110 acres of land, because to be honest with you, 110 acres of land is way more than what so-called straightway got. I'm just being honest. It's way more land, fam. And that's what he's really concerned with. Let's get back to the tapes. Let's go.
So what y'all gonna see is all the slander, all the accusations, all the accusing, all the lies that they have done, and all this smear campaign that they all went on.
Notice he called it a smear campaign. No, it's not. Me exposing you, P.Diddy Dowell, about your adultery are facts. I've brought out the receipts. All you got to do is look at the videos. There's no slander there. I don't slander people. I don't make up lies. I don't make up stories when it comes to adultery. I don't do that type of stuff. And also, for those of you that are on the RingoTV Raw channel, if you're wondering what I'm looking at when I go like this or I'm turning here, you would have to be, excuse me, on the RingoTV reactions channel to get that info. Let's get back to the tapes.
All these few weeks, you're going to watch everything that they accuse me of. You watch and see that each one of them going to be guilty of themselves, because they, just like the many other melanated people in this country, in this world, they don't know how to do a damn thing except talk. They ain't going to get nothing done out there. Just like the many other melanated people in this country, in this world, they don't know how to do a damn thing except talk. They ain't going to get nothing done out there. Just like the many other melanated people in this country, in this world, they don't know how to do a damn thing except talk. They ain't going to get nothing done out there.
Are you hearing? Are you hearing how disrespectful he is towards melanated people? Are you thinking about what he just said there? And to the person that's on the RingoTV Raw channel, please don't come into my comment section flooding it with stuff about how you feel about Muslim people and so forth, because I really don't have time for all of that type of stuff. If you do that again, I'm going to pack you up and just block you from the platform. Getting back to the case here, if you listen carefully to what he said, he is basically saying that black people aren't able to build anything and we don't know nothing. That's basically what he just said. You have to listen to the tape. Listen to what he said. Let me rewind it back. This is why I make things become repetitive, is because that's how you learn. Check it out.
Nothing done out there. Just like the many other melanated people in this country, in this world, they don't know how to do a damn thing except talk. They ain't going to get nothing done out there.
Notice he ain't say white people. He said melanated people. So basically, P.Diddy Dowell looked down on black people. In P.Diddy Dowell's mind, he believed that as black men and black women that we're unable to get anything done. But in his mind, he believed that white folk, Asian folk, can get whatever done with no problem. Make it make sense, y'all. He's anti-black. Let's go.
I looked at this house that they were so-called uh, uh, supporting that this one woman bought, and she got it. It's basically what it is. It's one of these homes from Home Depot.
Wow. Imagine the shade he just threw right there. One of these houses from Home Depot. Let's go. Let's get back to the tape. This is crazy, man.
One of these homes that the Amish build on the side of the road down here in the South that you can buy for
on the side of the road. Think about the level of shade he's throwing.
$12,000. Man, I sat there and looked and shook my head, and then because I've got a couple.
Why would you be shaking your head if we're showing the people a house that a woman got on the land? Why would you be shaking your head? Why would you be looking down on something? It's not making any sense. First of all, the lady not only have that, but she have another property that she lives in. She's working on that on the land. These are small beginnings. Maybe P.Diddy Dowell never had a small beginning, because if he did, he would understand small beginnings. This is how you know that P.Diddy Dowell inherited what he had, or he stole it, just the way he stole another man's wife. Let's get back to the tapes.
The bungalows on the land, and our bungalows are not nothing that can be moved by a truck. They're built like solid homes.
Competitive jealousy. Why are you comparing yours to what we're doing? I mean, you're acting as if though me and NuBreed went out there and put it in the ground or something. This is why this is bad, because it's as if though Diddy Dowell is making it seem like me and NuBreed went down there and put together that woman's house the way it is, that we did it. So he's comparing himself by saying, well, our houses are built this way and it's, you know, it's one with the earth and X, Y, and Z. I mean, this is sad, fam. Let's get back to the tapes.
And you can't strap them down because they're connected to the foundation or the footer that's down in the earth. And of course, a lot of people probably don't know what that is either.
Notice that. A lot of people don't know what a footer is. Do you see the level of arrogance? Do you see the level of pride? This is what I mean. This man is a very, very wicked, a very prideful, arrogant, self-centered man, a very disgusting person. Because you would think if he have knowledge, right, he would teach men. He would educate and he would be humble rather than so cocky and arrogant. It's very, very disgusting to actually witness. Sometimes you should actually listen to your tapes, sir, so you can see how much of a horrible attitude you actually have.
They're little homes and they're already finished. An amount of money that they wouldn't pay for that relic and that shell that they couldn't build themselves.
That they couldn't build themselves. Again, he keeps saying things that he don't know. I know how to frame walls. I can build all of that stuff. All of that stuff that they shown in the video, that we've shown in the videos, I can build. I know how to build that. But I don't boast. I don't come online professing to be the expert, but I know how to do that. You understand? I mean, think about this. You claim you know how to build, you know how to do this, you know how to do that. Why you don't have a studio? Why you don't have a soundproof studio? Since you know how to build. Do you know how to do the acoustics? I do. I know how to soundproof a room. I know how to do that. Do you know how to do that? I'm not talking about insulating the home to have good heating or to retain the heat in the house. I'm talking about to soundproof a home and still allow the air to flow in while it's soundproof. I know how to do that. But I don't come online to boast about that. That's what you do. Because it makes you feel good about yourself. See, there are certain things, sir, you don't know. Because you're still a student. You're still learning. Just like all of us, we're still learning. So your attitude towards the brothers that are building and comparing yourself or what you got on your land, that's jealousy. You're comparing yourself with us as if though we're in a race with you. We don't care about what you're doing. We don't care. You care. That's why you are criticizing small beginnings. But what about your adultery? What about your sin? You getting off the subject? Are you trying to find the easy road because you figure, hey, they don't know this, they don't know that, so I'm going to try to compete with them in order to make myself look good in the public? It's not going to make yourself look good. It's going to make you look bad. Because for a man to teach people to go purchase land, get out of the cities, get into nature, build, grow your own food, and then you see men actually putting their hands to the plow to do it, and you're criticizing them and wishing them to fail. You're a horrible person. Very, very evil. And nobody should take you serious. Let's get back to the tapes.
They say they're going to outsource. We're going to see how long that lasts. The amount of money that they wouldn't pay for that relic and that shell that they couldn't build themselves because they said they're going to outsource. We're going to see how long that lasts. The amount of money that they wouldn't pay for that relic and that shell that they couldn't build themselves because they said they're going to outsource. We're going to see how long that lasts. I tell you, it's going to be a very interesting broadcast. The purpose of this broadcast is so that some of you don't get to see, because they're still asking, they're still begging for people to come along and get along with their vision.
Wow, so you're a vision killer. That's what you are. You literally just said that we're out here begging. We're not begging nobody for anything. If you watch the videos, Brother Mike made it very clear. We have 110 acres. If people want to stay in the life that they got right now and just continue to going through the motions, they can stay right there. If they get the vision and understand Black Wall Street and understand the growth of unlimited potential farms, then they'll just make the move and do what they need to do. It's for people that are like-minded. It's for people that gravitate towards it. Nobody's forcing nobody to do anything. Nobody is putting a gun to anybody's head to do anything. Do you understand that? We're not here to beg anybody. The right kind of people will be available. That's it. P.Diddy Dowell's purpose is to discourage you from inquiring about the land. That's what his purpose is right now, because he wants you to come to Straightway to give your money to support him.
The purpose of this broadcast is so that some of you don't get to see, because they're still asking, they're still begging for people to come along and get along with their vision. The purpose of this broadcast is so that some of you don't get to see, because they're still asking, they're still begging for people to come along and get along with their vision. I'm going to tell you one thing. If you don't have the spirit of truth, the spirit of Yah, hey, it's going to be over for you. And I'm going to give you this little nitpick and tidbit here. One day, somebody is going to get a spirit on them and get a case of the ass.
Now, notice the curses that he's proclaiming. Check it out.
And then the community is going to get sick and tired of them. And they're going to be sick and tired of the community. And some way, somehow, either they're going to leave the community or they're going to be ostracized from the community. And the first thing they're going to do is run to social media and tell y'all all how wicked them people are.
Do you see the attitude? Do you see the demon? Do you see the evil intentions of the curses? Do you see the negative vibes, the negative spirit? Does this sound like a guy that is interested in brothers and sisters prospering? No, of course not. He's wishing all sorts of failure, strife, arguments, calamity. This is what he's wishing on the brothers.
One day, somebody is going to get a spirit on them and get a case of the ass. And then the community is going to get sick and tired of them. And they're going to be sick and tired of the community. And some way, somehow, either they're going to leave the community or they're going to be ostracized from the community.
See, everything he's talking about, he practiced. He's always ostracizing people, criticizing people, and kicking people out of the community. This is what he do. He do this all the time.
And the first thing they're going to do is run to social media and tell y'all all how wicked them people are.
What he's basically doing is projecting, because all of the people he kicked out of Straightway are the ones that are pretty much exposing him. Just like Brother Jamie came out to the public. You had another brother who came to the public. I'm going to share his testimony about Straightway. You had another woman who came out. So we have a lot of witnesses that are coming forward to expose their experiences of Straightway.
And I keep telling y'all, the way you see,
Notice how he gets pleasure out of all of this type of stuff. He's laughing. He's getting pleasure. It's exciting to him. This is really, really sick.
Book is so right. The way you do this is it's so clear. I'm gonna quote it again, and it still goes over our head. By their fruits you shall know them. Look.
When the Bible says by their fruits you shall know them, it's not talking about you building a table, framing a wall, building a house. It's talking about fruits of righteousness. It's talking about living a holy, set-apart life. That's what it's talking about. P.Diddy Dowell pretty much identifies building a community as being holy. If that's the case, the heathen is holy because they build communities every day. They build houses every day. They have better skilled tradesmen, and they have a team a fleet of guys that can build a house quickly. I'm talking about real fast. You understand? So are those guys' fruits righteous? Of course not. You cannot judge a tree by, okay, they have materials or they got a nice house. So yeah, they're blessed. For so long, we've been thinking that if a person have a lot of materials, it means that they're blessed of the Lord. No, ungodly people can have a lot of materials. That doesn't mean they're blessed of the Lord. You understand? What does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? So you cannot judge people by how much money they got and think, okay, God is with them because they got all this money. No, that's not how it works.
People say a lot of stuff. Man, and a lot of people are deceived. Look at politicians. They talk, and you know good and well that if their mouth is moving, they align.
So what he's basically trying to equate here is that when me and brother NuBreed and the brothers are talking in our videos about community, that we're like politicians and we're lying. That's pretty much what he's saying. In other words, don't believe a word we say. So he's sowing discord amongst the brethren, planting fear in your heart that when NuBreed speaks, don't listen to it. When Ringo speak, don't listen to it. When brother Uwitazad preach, don't listen to nothing. Brother Mike share the vision that he had. Hey, don't listen to nothing. They're all liars. That's what he's trying to convey to you so that you can be poisoned like him. Let's get back to the tapes.
It's like Rufus Carswell. That man lies more than he breathes.
Notice that. He's sowing discord amongst the brethren, claiming that Rufus lies more than he breathes. Mathematically, that's not possible. That's not the truth. That's a lie. Let's go.
And people just out here just believe it's radical just because he say it. Now, don't everybody believe it, because if that was the case, then all these people that was with him for these 10 years out on the Community Plus, they would be with him, but not one person that was associated with the community there in Straightway, Georgia. Check this out. Follow that man as he tried to build his own ministry within Straightway Truth Ministry.
That's a lie, because brother Rufus pretty much made it clear he wasn't building no church, and he's not building no church. He made that very clear in his videos. So what P.Diddy Dowell here is doing is lying to the public by saying that Rufus, I guess, tried to overthrow Straightway by starting his own ministry. That's a lie, because, again, based on the tapes, brother Rufus made it very clear that he was not trying to build no church. And think about this. This is coming from a man who ordained brother Rufus as a pastor. But now he got all this negative stuff to say about him. This is sick.
He tried that, and it failed. It's crazy.
You see that? Because that's what he want. He want everybody else to fail, because in his mind, he's the head honcho. He's the big dog. He's the head ninja in charge, and that's what he really want. And he saw the potential of brother Rufus being successful, and that's why he kicked him out of the assembly as soon as possible, because he saw that Rufus is a better man. He's more likely a humble guy, willing to do the work, and quickly he had to get rid of him. And then he had to slander his name and, do a lot of, fires and cause people to look at Rufus as a bad guy so that they won't join with him. And now he's able to relish in this drama by saying, oh, you know, he failed at trying to start a ministry and nobody didn't follow him. In other words, they followed Diddy Dowell. They didn't follow Rufus. I'm telling you, very, very selfish man.
He thought that he was some type of dynamo or dynamite of a leader and found out that he was zero.
How is he zero when you ordained him a pastor? How could Rufus be a nobody and a zero when you're the one who had a whole ceremony in your church claiming and crowning him as a pastor? You said that the Most High Yah crowned him as a pastor. So how is he a zero? Make it make sense. He's lying.
Now he's running around having association with homosexuals. And that's a fact.
He just said that's a fact. So he's assuming either myself or NuBreed or any of the other brothers are homosexuals. This is what P.Diddy Dowell said, and he said it's a fact. So that means that P.Diddy Dowell lies, because if he's saying that me and the brothers are homosexuals and he said it's a fact, then that means he has proof that we're homosexuals. That's sowing discord and that's slandering men. Do you see that? Very, 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 very sad situation here, fam. Let's get back to the tapes. Let's go.
Running around with them. He thought that he was some type of dynamo or dynamite of a leader and found out that he was zero. Now he's running around having association with homosexuals. And that's a fact. He's running around with them. He thought.
I mean, think about, see, here's the problem. And this is why you cannot be the kind of person that Dowell is. Now, we know what the Bible says regarding homosexuality or whatever you want to call it, right? We know what it says. At the same time, me personally, I know that according to the Bible, it claimed that people that live this particular lifestyle, that they're considered reprobate, right? Now, when you understand reprobate, right, it means that that person has been given over to a particular spirit. So there's nothing that I can do to change their mind. So that being said, I'm not going to sit here and judge and continue to criticize a person who is a homosexual, because I understand that they have a reprobate mind, which means no amount of preaching, no amount of rebuking, no amount of none of that is going to make them change. They have to change because they want to change. And it's not my job to make them change, because the Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind. But now the danger with that is this. If P. Diddy Dowell had a car dealership, is he telling me that he would be prejudiced towards people that are gay? Would he deny them a car because of their sexual orientation? See, this is why when it comes to community, when it comes to life, when it comes to everything, you got to understand there's all different types of people in the world. And no matter how you see it, I find it disgusting that a lot of times when we have these conversations, they throw homosexuals under the bus. And I'm not defending homosexuals at all. My point is, it seems as if though it's an easy thing to do by saying homosexual this and that. But what about people that commit adultery, like P. Diddy Dowell? What about that? What about men that practice adultery, sleep around with other men's wives? What about them? I mean, shouldn't that be at the same level of a person that is living the rainbow? But see, they don't do that. They just try to say stuff to shame other men. In other words, Rufus is now hanging with guys that are homosexuals. So that's what he's calling us brothers who have wives, who have children. Really? Let's get back to the tapes.
That he was some type of dynamo or dynamite of a leader and found out that he was zero. Now he's running around having association with homosexuals.
So if you have a car dealership and a gay man come in and he's flamboyant and he got on some outfit, you mean to tell me you're not going to sell him a car because he's gay? Is that what you're telling me? So you mean to tell me if you're at the 9 to 5 and a brother is a new hire, supervisor come in and like, look, I need for you to show him the ropes. You mean to tell me because he's gay, you're not going to help him? So you mean to tell me if you're a medical professional and a guy got caught in a car crash, whatever the case is, he's hurt pretty bad, you come to the scene, you find out he got rainbow flags all in his car, he's gay, are you going to deny him medical? See, this is why you have to separate religious folk from real life, because understand this, if a person is living the alternative, that's their life, has nothing to do with me. I don't care what they're doing. Do you understand what I'm saying? But you still got to treat all people with respect. You got to do that. Doesn't matter. You got to treat all people with respect. So for him to be claiming that Rufus is hanging with homosexuals, that's his way to shame him so that others can look at him or look at Rufus in a bad way. And that's really sick. Let's get back to the tapes. Let's go.
Now that's a fact. He's running around with them, befriending them. And these guys, he has a Pratt-known wizard for a friend. Go check that out. So I know that sometimes we say, well, we're going to let it all go, but you can't let it go because you have to continue on as we go. And see, look, what happens is it's kind of like a news source. News come out about something. And here I am just sitting there listening to all this, watching all this, say a few comments here and there. People are going to believe what they want to believe. Makes no difference to me. It's your choice, your decision, your life. And then smoke starts clearing. The story starts dying down. All the trolls and everything else goes away and stuff. And then all of a sudden, as everything begins to clear, you watch these people that are calling straightway so evil, they're trying to do the same thing, but call it something else.
Straightway is evil because you're the head ninja in charge. You're in adultery, sir. So that represents straightway. Straightway has an evil spirit over it, and the spirit is in you. The same spirit that Brother Rufus seen. And see, that spirit was there because you've been in adultery for so many years. So many years with another man's wife. How amazing. Let's get back to the tapes. Let's go.
Y'all ain't gonna come together, I'm telling you, because
he just said that we're not gonna come together. Do you see how he's wishing death? He's wishing failure. This is what he's doing. He said that we're not gonna be able to come together. That's a lie because we did come together. Let's go.
You're too divided. You're too selfish.
He said that we're too divided. Please don't mix up the Rollo situation by saying we're divided. Because when we met up in North Carolina, that was my first time meeting up with that man. And based on his actions, during that particular stay, I learned everything I need to learn. So when you say that we're, I guess, not able to work together, whatever the case is, that's neither here nor there, because when it comes to relationships, you have to see eye to eye. And when you meet people in person and you're not able to connect, then you're not really meant to be there. It's similar to if you're a woman and you go on a date with a man, you could be chopping it up via text message. Everything could seem cool, and then y'all meet up. And as soon as you meet up and you see the guy face to face, or he see you, you can have a different thought. You know what I mean? Just talking for a bit. All of a sudden you're like, nah, this ain't it, fam. I don't know, man. I don't know. Why in the world did I go out with this woman, bro? Like, this ain't it. Because why? You're dealing with them in person. What we trying to do is get brothers and sisters to actually link up and meet up in person. You know what I mean? In a respectful setting. Not popping up on people after midnight and, doing weirdo stuff. You can't have that type of stuff around, right? So anyway, let's get back to the tapes. Let's go.
You're too self-centered.
And keep in mind, he's speaking of himself. Everything that he's saying, he's really projecting. Let's go.
Too self-focused. You're too self-absorbed.
That's what he is. Self-focused, self-absorbed.
And there's no harmony and unity.
There's no harmony and unity at Straightway. No, it's not. Because with all the people they kicked out, with all of the gossip and slander and backbiting they've done through YouTube and various other videos, it's really, really sad. They made a lot of videos about a lot of people over the years.
You can forget it. Y'all ain't gonna come together, I'm telling you, because you're too divided, you're too selfish, you're too self-centered, you're too self-focused, you're too self-absorbed, and there's no harmony and unity.
It's interesting how he has the answers for everything that we need. Isn't that amazing? Like, how could he just say all of this type of stuff? So, because I post videos of us on the land, he think he know us already. I'm telling you, man, this is sick.
You can forget it. I hope that they will. Listen, I want to let you know right now, I hope that they prove me wrong.
Now, watch, he contradicts himself right here. Watch this.
But I ain't holding my breath. They will fail just like anybody else.
Wow. You see how fast that was? He said, I hope that they prove me wrong. And then right after that, he said, nope, they're going to fail.
Because they have no leadership. I hope that they will. Listen, I want to let you know right now, I hope that they prove me wrong. But I ain't holding my breath. They will fail just like anybody else because they have no leadership. I hope that they will. Listen, I want to let you know right now, I hope that they prove me wrong.
It's interesting how he's saying we need to prove him wrong. We don't really care about proving anything to you. We're with the Most High. We're doing what we're supposed to do. You understand? See, when you have these kind of cults, right, that P.Diddy Dowell have at Straightway to Hell Ministries, he's so accustomed to controlling people that he really think that what we got going on with unlimited potential farms, he think he's in control of it, or at least he want to be in control of it. You get what I'm saying? And this just goes to show his mentality. He don't want nobody else to have any position. He just want to be the head ninja, controlling everything. Listen, everything at Straightway is in P.Diddy Dowell's name. He is the sole owner, and he can kick you out at will. All you got to do is get out of pocket or do something that go against the ministry. They'll kick you out. Trust and believe that. Let's get back to the tapes.
But I ain't holding my breath. They will fail just like anybody else because they have no leadership. They will fail just like anybody else because they have no leadership. They will fail.
Notice he's wishing they will fail. They will fail. They will fail. Sick.
Just like anybody else because they have no leadership.
So because we don't have no leadership, I mean, where he get this mindset from no leadership? Like, what are you talking about? Like, this is crazy.
Whatsoever at all. Sorry, Korah, Dathan, the beer, Moses was a leader, period. Man, I tell you, it's going to be funny. This is going to be hilarious. But anyway,
It's going to be funny. It's going to be hilarious. Are y'all listening to that? P.Diddy Dowell said that it's going to be funny and hilarious to see me and the brothers fail. Wow.
I'm going to break it down. Myself and Pastor Mir is going to break it down. Pastor Mir is going to break it down because he's been doing community now for about 5 years.
So he been doing community now for 5 years, and that's cool, which makes him an expert in your eyes. I mean, 5 years ain't a long time, but at the end of the day, it's like you're speaking highly of this particular guy. It's not making any sense. Like, seriously, let's get back to the tape.
I've been at this thing for 30, so we're going to break it down.
Nah, you haven't been in this thing for 30 years. Stop the cap. You mean you've been with that RG Stare? That's who you've been with for 30 years. That's where you learn your full potential of being a cult leader. That's how you learn. Oh, we got the file. We know about you. We know about the inheritance. That's right. We got the tapes. We got the receipts. Let's get back to the tapes. Let's go.
I'm gonna break it down, and we're gonna use their words, and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna give you the between the lines of what they're really not saying and what they're really truly saying.
How could you do all of that in a video clip that we took at the land to try to show the people? I mean, you're just like reading into something, making up stuff as you go. That didn't make any sense.
You know why? Because I have experience.
You got a lot of experience in taking other men's wives.
I have experience, whereas all they have is words. I want y'all to listen. Don't be deceived by people who give you words.
Well, that would include you. You give us a lot of words. Let's go.
You pay attention to action.
Action? You mean like the action of you taking Mr. Gonzalez's wife? I mean, come on, people. This man is a known adulterer. He's living in adultery right now, and he's unrepentant. Let's get back to the tapes.
By their fruits you shall know him. Blessed are not the hearers of the word, but the doers. The doers, the doers, the doers.
The doers, the doers, the doers. But you're not doing the word. You're in adultery. You're still in sin. You don't even follow the Bible. You even said on video that you never read the Bible.
Man, a man may say that he has faith, but if he have not works, that man's faith is dead.
That's not talking about building a community. That's not talking about framing walls. You're not making any sense, sir. Those scriptures are not talking about building communities. Again, he equate righteousness to building a community, and he called that fruit. No, that doesn't constitute righteousness, because you're able to, frame some walls and do some electrical wiring. That doesn't make you, right with the Most High. It doesn't make any sense. Let's get back to the tapes. Let's go.
These people ain't got nothing but words. They're trying to, with these good swelling words and these vain speeches, they're going to deceive a lot of you people out there, because you're going to believe in a hope and a dream. And then the one you should have been listening to, which is me. They're going to deceive a lot of you people out there, because you're going to believe in a hope and a dream. And then the one you should have been listening to, which is me. They're going to deceive a lot of you people out there, because you're going to believe in a hope and a dream. Then the one you should have been listening to, which is me. Then the one you should have been listening to, which is me. Then the one you should have been listening to, which is me.
Wow. So the one you should have been listening to. So that's your goal. Exposed. Competitive jealousy, fam. Do you see that? Competitive jealousy. He want you to listen to him. He don't want you listening to me and NuBreed and Brother You With Desire. He don't want that. He want you to pretty much go to him. That's what he want, guys. Back to the tapes.
Because my character, my integrity, hey, I got some dings in my armor because of the slanderous lies that these people
No, there's no slanderous lies. You're laying with another man's wife.
Have said about Pastor Dowell, but I'm going to tell you straight up. Just because somebody accused you of something, is that a fact? Have you ever been accused of something?
We're not talking about you asking other people if they've been accused. You clearly are in adultery, and I've proven it. And you still have not responded to nothing that I had to say.
Anybody ever lied on you before? Has anybody ever slandered your name before? And if they did, was it true?
Yes, your adultery is true. It's documented on all of the videos I've done. All people got to do is go into the live section of the channel and find all the videos of me exposing P.Diddy Dowell's adulterous affair with nothing but facts now, using his own words, his own text, or whatever the case is. Let's go.
So just because somebody accused somebody of something doesn't mean it's a fact. But anyway, I'm back, and I'm in the saddle, and I'm coming hard, and I'm hopefully.
Coming hard, you mean on that woman's back? Because when it comes to these videos, you're not making no progress. You thought it was over. You thought I was like everything is cooling down. You're going to be able to get back to work and hustle the people and lie. No. I'm getting back on track. I'm making a lot of moves, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I got a lot of videos coming up about you. Let's get back to the tapes. Let's go.
By my wisdom, one man by his wisdom, I'm hoping able to deliver a city.
So you're going to deliver a city. That's what your goal is. So you feel your job right now is to deliver people from unlimited potential farms. That's what you feel. You feel that we're a threat. That's what his goal is, ladies and gentlemen. His goal is to discourage you from getting involved with the land.
Hoping able to deliver some of you from the snare of the fowler. I'm telling you, because most of you getting ready to get snared up in a song, dance, and a dream by unexperienced people who have nothing but words, doing nothing but talking, has no action to back up nothing.
Isn't that amazing? Imagine being in your beginning stages and you have someone who's been teaching people for years to get out the cities, to get land, to live off the grid, to do this, to do that. And then when you go do it, he's doing this. Isn't that amazing?
Most of you getting ready to get snared up in a song, dance, and a dream by unexperienced people who have nothing but words, doing nothing but talking.
All he's doing is trying to discourage you folks. That's all he's doing. That's wicked. That's evil. Let's go.
Has no action to back up nothing. Woo! Ringo, you've been a bad boy.
That sound kind of questionable. I'm just saying that didn't sound right. Let's go.
How in the world do you speak well of me, man, and then all of a sudden you get one disgruntled liar, a very immoral man like Rufus, and he gets caught in his iniquity?
You're talking about he was caught in his iniquity, but you got caught in your adultery. I mean, imagine that. You got caught in your adultery and you still won't acknowledge your sins and get rid of that woman so you could be in right standing with the Most High. You still haven't done that yet. That's crazy. Let's get back to the tapes.
And rather than actually doing your due diligence and checking things out, rather than picking up the phone and calling me, you just believe his lying report, and then you run with it. Then you use your platform and my name to expand your channel because you're a content creator, right? That's because that's all you're going to do, because you can't look at it from the looks at you out there on that ground. You can't do nothing else but that.
Notice what he just said. From the looks at you on that ground, that's pretty much all you can do. Do you see the level of hate, y'all? Do you see the level of hate? This is what I mean. Again, he don't even know what I'm capable of. He don't even know what I do. He have no clue. But in his mind, he want to compete with the brothers. But is he talking about his adulterous affair? Is he encouraging the brothers that actually purchase land and build and do? Is he helpful? Is he offering any sort of expertise? I mean, it's one thing to be boasting like you're greater than everybody, but if you ain't teaching nobody, then you need to be quiet, because it's a sad indictment on you. It's like, that's like having information that can help people, but you don't give it to them. That's like knowing the gospel, but you're not preaching it. I truly believe that you're jealous of me and brother NuBreed because you couldn't believe that we actually had boots on the ground and it was real. And it's like, you seen it and now you want to compete. It's really sick stuff going on. Let's go.
But anyway, I'm telling you, and don't the book says that out of mouth of two or more witnesses, not hearsay? Witnesses, two witnesses mean.
We have two witnesses. We have Gonzalez and we have Jamie, and we have other brothers that can confirm that you're in adultery. Even down to the other brother who mentioned that you pretty much was getting your feet massaged by whatchamacallit, that woman that is not yours. Let me see if this is the clip. Let me see.
I was there when there was the controversy of whether or not she was going to be with Pastor Dowell or not. I was there when things weren't, like literally finalized. I stayed in Pastor Dowell's house twice. Opened up one door and he's getting his feet rubbed by Sister Nellie.
Wow. He's getting his feet rubbed by Sister Nellie.
Go figure. I'm like, all right, he's got it going on. But that's his personal business. But now it's like, hey, it's all out there now. So, I mean, it's all out there now. I'm like, oh, man. Yeah, but I've been so quiet. I haven't said nothing. And
now think about it. That brother was there at P. Diddy Dowell's house, and he opened up a door. Now think about this, guys. Brother man is at P. Diddy Dowell's house. He opened up a door. Opened it up. Saw something he wasn't supposed to see. Now keep in mind, she was married. The divorce was not finalized. And she was already massaging this man's feet. You know what else she was massaging too, right? It's really, really sick, man. Let's get back to the tapes. It's absolutely crazy out here.
Two people together at the same time. Not people making up crap all over the place and trying to piece together something.
Piece together something, fam. We have stone cold evidence about you. Like, I don't understand why this guy is still with this adulteress when it is very clear and evident based on the Bible that he's in adultery. I don't even know why people are still watching him. Listen, it just goes to show people are under strong delusion. The man is in adultery right now. Like, he literally is in adultery right now. And he's trying to hide his sin as though he's not doing nothing.
Man, see, that's why, as a man, I cannot have any association with these people because there's no honor. There's no integrity in them. Now, Rufus Carswell, if he says something, I promise you. Hey, do y'all remember when Pastor Dowell said, come on, Ringo, NuBreed, Rufus?
That's a lie. You never mentioned NuBreed or Rufus. You challenged me to a public debate. Stop lying. I mean, he's making up stuff as he go. He never, ever called out me, NuBreed, and Rufus to link up to do anything. That's a lie.
All of y'all, Crago, all of y'all, didn't you remember? I said, come on, let's get out here and get on this open platform. And let's talk, let's get out here. Let's get out here and let's do this interview. You're going to find out that they won't be dominating a damn thing. And you're going to find out and see exactly the real true nature of these people out there. See, the book says smite the shepherd and the sheep were scattered. That's how I know they all of Satan. Because they're trying to smite the shepherd, which it didn't work. It still ain't going to work.
He said that we tried to smite the shepherd. I mean, like, this is crazy, man. This man is really a sick man.
Ringo said, I'm going to destroy it. I'm going to make it my life's mission to destroy straightway.
And obviously, it's bothering you, right? Listen, what I said definitely is working, right? Think about it. I got you stressed out. You're sitting there. You're worried about us. You're making videos about us. You know, it's really, really crazy stuff, man. Let's get back to the tapes.
Have fun. People have been doing it for a long time. And guess what? I've been running for Yahshua for a long time, and I'm not tired yet. Still ain't tired. As a matter of fact, I'm on the road running right now, getting ready to go get more building material to put these old rugged hands back to work again.
That man don't do no work, bro. Jamie pretty much exposed Diddy Dowell. Says that he comes on the set. He look like he's working. He might help out a little bit, but he just does little videos, and then he leaves the area where the work getting done.
And by the way, yes, I am building a home. Myself and the brothers, like we build all of our homes.
You mean a mansion?
But it ain't 13,000 square foot.
Now he's trying to say it's not 13,000 square foot. Really? Come on, fam. Why you lying, bro?
See, again, another lie, another false accusation, another slander. Now, People, if you believe all this stuff, you got to ask yourself what's working in you now. What is working in you? Because if somebody come and tell me something about you, I heard it, but I'm going to take it with a grain of salt.
He's still trying to defend his sin. That's basically what he's doing right there. He want you to ignore the fact that he's in adultery. He's literally trying to act like he's not in adultery right now. You know, he's basically saying, hey, if you hear about it, don't believe it because it's not true. It is true, people. P.Diddy Dowell is in adultery right now, in gross sin. Let's go.
Till otherwise proven. That's just wisdom, because some people just hate you. Some people just, you got to have haters. I think that's what somebody said. You got to have haters. Somebody got to hate you. And I tell you, this is going to be very entertaining. Not only that, but
he said it's going to be entertaining to see us fail. That's what he just said. This is going to be very entertaining. He's talking about us failing. Let's go.
I'll be very serious too as well. It's going to be entertaining at times, but I'm going to be extremely serious because I don't want you people out there to be deceived.
He don't want you folks to be deceived. Why? Because he want to deceive you. He want you to be a part of his so-called cult. It's sort of like taking money out of his pocket. That's what this is. Seeing us brothers on the land talking about building and doing this and doing that. It's a threat to his kingdom. It's a threat. Trust and believe that. He see it as business. Like, man, these people going to end up, you know, taking all my folks and whatnot. They're going to want to move over there and do this. And that's what he fears, fam. Let's go.
By these evil beasts, these slow bellies, these slanderers, these obese gluttons like Rufus is. I don't want y'all to be deceived by any of these people. Man, I've been gone 1 week, and next thing you know, land for sale all over the place.
Notice how he's talking about land for sale all over the place, but he can't buy it. He's jealous of the fact that Mike got 110 acres, and that bothers him. That is what he's jealous about.
Man. Anyway, have a good day.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's about it. It is what it is. Wow. This is a good one here, fam. And we did this under 2 hours. Right? I'm gonna get up on out of here, fam. It is what it is. I gotta get me some rest. I was really planning on doing this video like in the morning sometime, but they always say it's good to do your work when you don't feel like doing it. Like if you're tired or, you know, whatever, because normally the work is always its best when you do it that way. But my final thoughts on this is that P.Diddy Dowell is extremely jealous. He's showing us his true spirit. He's showing us his character is that he's a hater. He don't want to see brothers come together and build. So when you hear him talk about buying land, building community, trust and believe, he's only referring that to the people he control, the people that have his name and the people that are working with him with straightway this, straightway that. As long as he got control over it, he's good to go. You understand? So I'm going to get up on out of here. If you hit the Cash App, I'll shout you out in the next stream earlier in the day. It is what it is. Hey, this is crazy, man. I just can't believe that you have a man that told guys, go out there, get land, build, learn how to do this, learn how to build, learn how to do that. And then you got men that come together and they go do that. And instead, they're trying to find fault. Well, you're not doing this right. You're not doing that right. Why are you so invested? Why are you so heavily invested in what we're doing? If we're not doing it right, why you care? Come on now. So, hey, we're going to get up on out of here, man. Peace and blessings to everybody in the building. You already done know what it is. And yeah, that's true. Somebody on the Ringo TV Raw channel says people want you to do well as long as it's not better than them. And that's a fact. The minute they see you doing well, they get nervous. They're like, "Oh no, you're doing better than me? I can't have that. Can't have that, fam." And that's what I'm seeing here. He's jealous of the fact that we have 110 acres to work with. Sky's the limit. And there's a lot of things I'm going to talk with the brothers behind the scene that needs to be done that I feel would be very, very inspirational to do. You know, I have one particular thing that I feel we should do that is, it's easy to do, but I think it would definitely inspire people. So I'll talk with brother NuBreed about that. But anyway, y'all take care. Again, if you hit the Cash App, I'm going to shout you out in the next stream early in the morning, later on somewhere. We're going to go live, probably out and about, do some other streams in the street or whatever the case is. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I got a lot of things that I'm doing behind the scenes, man. Like, I'm in a transition situation, and it's just a lot of work, man, behind the scenes. Very, very, man, I'll talk about that another time. You know what I mean? But, yeah, y'all take care. Appreciate all of y'all coming through. I'm going to sign out the Ringo TV Raw channel first. So salute to everybody on the Ringo TV Raw channel for coming through. If you haven't already, click the like button. If you like the content, consider subscribing. You know, we have a lot of information, a lot of content, all different sorts of subject matter. I have over 2,000 plus videos on the platform. A lot of different variety of topics to choose from. You know, and sometimes you got to also look at the older videos, because a lot of times y'all come and y'all only look for the latest video that we post, but we have over 2,000 plus videos. That's a lot of content. Sometimes it's good to go through the videos, look at the older videos. It's a lot of gems, a lot of hidden gems all in this channel, fam. So let me close out the Ringo TV Raw channel. So again, peace and blessings to all of you out there. So I'm signing out over here. Y'all take care. Everybody that's in the chat, you know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody there, right? So I'm going to sign out. And make sure you get the likes up on the Ringo TV Raw channel too. That's always going to be helpful. So let me sign out over there. Right? Okay, that's signed out there. All right, everybody on the Ringo TV Reactions channel, I appreciate you stopping by. This was another good one. In the morning, we're going to be doing the video about the witness that came forward. A lot of y'all thought I wasn't going to do that video. Remember, I was in North Carolina on business, so I can't really go do the videos the way I normally do because I don't have the studio with me. So now that I'm here, I'm able to actually do my job, right? So we're going to be pretty much tackling that one. And then I have another video I got to do about, I got a lot of videos I got to do. We'll take care of that in the morning. But nonetheless, we're going to go take care of business, do what we got to do. And that's about it, man. So, hey, I appreciate everybody stopping by. Ringo TV Reactions. Salute everybody in the building. Everybody take care. It is what it is, man. All right. Salute to the mods. V-Dub Man in the building. We got Show Show in the building too. You know what I'm saying? What's up, man? Ringo TV Reactions. The #1 reactionary channel on YouTube. Hands down. You already done know what it is. Make sure you tap in. Click that like button. Subscribe to the channel today for the best commentary on YouTube. Ringo TV. We out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $RingoTVRaw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at RingoTVRaw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.